How many of you throw your kitchen trash? How many of you throw bottles, PET bottles for drinks? How many of you throw papers and other different materials? And how many of you have different trash cans for these materials? And you wonder, why is there all the trash in the roadside and in the communities? Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Do you know the trash which you are throwing is degrading our environment, which we call our home? Just because of the garbage which we are throwing in the roadside or in the communities, because of that, people are getting different kinds of diseases like malaria, dengue, even fever. And one must think that, okay, fine, it's a small thing and it is going to get over. But the consequences can be high and people might die as well. There have been many cases in India itself that people have been dying for malaria, dengue, and fever. And when looking at Nepal, we have read news and we have seen pictures that people have been dying due to diarrheal consequences. These are some of the aspects which we really need to look into. According to Pennsylvania State University, they state that mosquitoes are the carrier of all the diseases. And they estimate that around 69 million people annually get ill because of the mosquitoes bite. So you can just imagine how deadly a mosquito bite can be. Now moving on, when I say mosquito bites, they can come in any kind of weather and they can make you ill in any kind of circumstances. It's very important that you need to keep your environment healthy and you need to keep it safe. So that is one thing which has to be looked into. When I say there have been other different cases as well. Well, when I talk about the garbage which is thrown in the roadside of the communities, it is only 20% of them that are being collected from the that have been collected from the home or the communities, from the private trash collectors. And the rest, well, all of you see it on the roadside when it is being thrown for weeks and months and sometimes even longer. That is not something which is not very good. Now moving on, the other aspects which I want to discuss about the trash is the plastic bags which we use. According to one of the online sites, that is the Forex online trading, they state that if you want to use plastics, it should be more than 40 microns, because it is very easy to recycle and it is very easy to use as well. And the plastic bags which are less than 20 microns or even less than that, well, they are not usable and they take a lot of time to decompose. And you can see that examples in Bagmati and Bisnumati river itself. On the sidelines, you'll see all the plastic bags which are there, and because of which all the environment is degrading and the water itself is polluted. We might want to blame the government as much as we want, but the only thing which we can do is pile all the garbage and throw it at a proper place. Now you all must be thinking, what can I do? I'm just a single person, a mere single person. But it is you you are the guys who can make the difference in the community and in the world itself. Because first, the kitchen trash which we collect, those are the organic trash which is going to help in future. How? We can decompose those trash and use it as a compost, so which will be helpful for gardening as well. So when we must have, people must have gardening in their houses, so they can use that compost for gardening. And the second point is the newspapers and the wrappers which you throw just like that. They can be used for creative works like making frame pictures for your making a family picture, or even using a newspaper bag for a quality bag which you can carry anywhere. So that is another important uses of newspaper which you can use and recycle. The third point, as I already mentioned, let's avoid using plastic as much as possible. And if you have to use the plastics, please use 40 microns and above, because those are the plastics which are reusable and those can be recycled as well. So this is one thing which everyone should look into. Now I have discussed everything. You must be thinking, what should I do now? Well, we all are the people who need to look into the environment, and we need to look into it very seriously. And so from now onwards, let's use the garbage which are collected in a useful manner, and throw the non-useful garbage which are not there, which are of no use. You can just throw them away, and you can recycle the ones which we can use it for a proper manner. So wake up and then try to recycle the things which will be of better use, and because of that, even the environment is going to be better. Mr. Toshnus.
Well, I'd like to ask our timer for the timer's report.
All the freezers previous are